Now, of course, the news broke earlier on today. It was on the Paul Nicholls Betfair column that Paul and Clive have taken the decision to retire the brilliant Kauto star, five-time King George winner, of course, and winner of 2 Gold Cups as well. What a great chaser he's been. But 9 years in training with Paul Nicholls have come to an end, and they've decided that the horse just wasn't showing enough at home. And, well, he's had a wonderful career, and it's good to go out at the top, I guess. He had a wonderful season, of course, last year, winning a 5th King George and a 4th Betfair Chase. He won 2 Gold Cups and 2 Tingle Creeks as well. And, of course, he landed that £1 million bonus, didn't he, in 2007. 16 Grade 1s. Well, of course, it would have been great to see him again at the King George this year, but he has been retired by Paul Nicholls and Clive Smith today. So the decision has been taken, and I'm sure it's a decision that we're all going to respect and believe it will be the right one. You can see there he is looking happy in his box, that unmistakable white blaze down his face. He's been a wonderful horse, a horse in a lifetime, and he's been owned throughout his career by this man on the phone right now. Clive Smith joins us. Hello, Clive.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, it's a sad day in many ways, but of course such a happy day as well in one way, that you can retire him in one piece, I guess.
Absolutely. I mean, it was a decision that I've come to gradually throughout the year. I mean, you just think that you don't want to rush these things. He's a long time retired, but I felt it was the best decision. We've had a chat this morning. I've been down the yard with Paul Nicholls and Clifford Baker, and although he's in wonderful shape and he probably could go on and win 1 or 2 races, there's just no point in pursuing him. He's 12, and he, as I say, he'll be old enough at 13 in January, so it seems the right decision to make, and I'm very pleased and very happy, and it's a very, very significant day for me.
Of course, a wonderful career, Clive, ever since you bought him as a young horse from France. He showed you immense ability, didn't he? Because he won those first couple of races. Then, of course, he had that spill, didn't he, in Exeter, where he fell and Ruby remounted him and just got beaten. But after the injury, he came back and was better than ever when you stepped him up to 3 miles the following season.
Yes, I think that in some ways, I mean, he had a sort of an injury to his pelvis, but he had to rest, and it was just box rest. And then he obviously, that rest probably did him very, very well at that stage in his life, as it were, at his age. So he was a young horse and 5 by then, and it's been probably the best thing for him.
Great highlights, obviously 5 King Georges. He was quick enough to win 2 Tingle Creeks as well.
Yes.
For me, when he won the Gold Cup in 2009, that was one of my favourite performances, Clive. He was electric that day when he beat Denman by 13 lengths.
Oh yes, that was 2009. It was absolutely brilliant, and that's probably it could be his best performance of all. That he was recorded a very high rating by Timeform, and he's been a magnificent horse, and I've been very proud of him. And he's been won so many lovely races, 16 Grade 1s, which is a tremendous record. Is
there any particular favourite moment for you as the owner, of course? Any one race that will always stick in your memory?
I suppose in a way, after the when he was pulled up at Punchestown, the season went on too long for him that season, and then that was in April of 2011, and then he came out for the Betfair Chase at Haydock in November last year, and he was absolutely brilliant in winning that race, and at an incredible price of 6 to 1. I mean, I just wouldn't have a penny on him. I just was very pleased to see what he did, and it was the highest price he ever was, but in running. But he's been an incredible horse. That was an incredible race, and it brought the house down at Haydock that day. But then he went on, of course, to win the King George about 5 weeks later, and that was a supreme moment as well. So it's very, very hard to pick out any race, but obviously, as you say, the Gold Cups are so important. You tend to think that they must be the most important race, but these other races were all very, very significant.
Yeah, those 2 races for me as well. Last winter, as you say, you mentioned the Betfair Chase when he beat Long Run, and of course beat him again in the King George. I mean, many people after Punchestown, and myself included, I'll put my hands up there, were calling for his retirement after that. He was pulled up at Punchestown that day, but you felt you had a point to prove, and you certainly proved it with those 2 wins at Haydock and Kempton.
Yes, I mean, at Punchestown that very day, I was met in the paddock by all the racecourse journalists, and I think they all wanted to hear that he was going to be retired. But so we went on, as you know, and he certainly proved to everybody how durable a horse and what a very talented horse he is. And it's been a delight to have owned him, and I can assure you it's been a horse for a lifetime. I'm very, very proud of him.
So he's going to enjoy a retirement now. And what are his plans? Just going to retire and enjoy life?
He'll be left down at the yard until about Christmas time. He'll probably be on parade at Haydock in November, at the Betfair Chase, and of course at Kempton Park on Boxing Day. But and we should have again, Clive Baker might give him a trot down in front of the stands, and because I think Ruby has ridden him so well during his racing life, will be already on another horse racing to win that race. But Kauto will be shown off, and people can sort of clap him and be pleased to see him and applaud him. And so I just will be. That's where it'll be until Christmas, and then we'll see what. I've already been talking to several people about what we should be doing with him, and over the summer, and I think gradually the plan will be revealed.
Okay, and finally, Clive, for yourself, obviously you've owned two of the best chasers of our generation, not just Kauto Star, but Masterminded as well, both, of course, now retired. Any plans? Are you trying to find the new Kauto Star?
Well, we'll see. I mean, I'm not going to be actively chasing them, but if I just happen to come across one, which you never know, I might be able to do that. I have a bit of a neck sometimes, so perhaps I might. But I'll just wait and see. I would love to have another one, but I'll never find one, another Kauto or a Masterminded. In fact, I don't think I'll find one as good as those two.
Well, Clive, many thanks. I mean, for all the sport you've given us, all the enjoyment you've given us with these horses as well over the years, and Kauto Star, as you say, is certainly a horse of a lifetime.
Okay, thank you very much indeed.
Thanks very much, Clive.
Okay.
Clive Smith there, good enough to stop off on his journey on the way home to speak to us here on At the Races. What a really good owner he's been of not just Kauto Star, but Masterminded as well down the years. He's always given us all the latest news on the horses, and I think fair play to Paul Nicholls as well. He's come out and given the news as quickly as he could today as well.